There is a trend taking over YouTube that is bringing influencers together. It might have started with Jake Paul's Team 10, but there is a new group in town causing some major headlines. RiceGum, FaZe Banks, and Alissa Violet have formed the Clout Gang, and it's all anyone can talk about. Want to know how much each of the Clout Gang members are worth and what shade has been thrown at them over the years? Stay tuned because we are spilling all the tea. New around here? Be sure to click that subscribe button to see more videos like this. Now, stick around as we show you 20 things you didn't know about RiceGum's Clout Gang. What it is. First of all, for those of you who haven't been paying attention to YouTubers, you may not even know what the Clout Gang is. There is a trend amongst the most popular vloggers to get together and collaborate. We can thank Jake Paul for starting the trend with his Team 10 group of influencers. He seemed to inspire RiceGum and FaZe Banks to form their own group. Now with the Clout Gang in full effect, it's looking like these collaborative efforts are turning into competing cliques. For now, all anyone really knows about the Clout Gang is that it's taking formation. It's still surrounded by a little mystery, but we can tell you that its content is highly anticipated. How it started. After multiple feuds with Jake Paul and Team 10, RiceGum, Alissa Violet, and FaZe Banks decided it was time to team up. In an online interview, the trio claimed to have all the resources ready to go to create the best content for their fans. Now, all they want to do is fill the Clout House with like-minded influencers who are ready to work together. Forming the Clout Gang was basically the answer to all the rumors that Jake Paul is a tyrant in the Team 10 house. RiceGum, Alissa, and FaZe Banks wanted to give collaborators a positive place for everyone to promote each other and grow together. Members. It seems like the group is still trying to figure out who they are going to add to the Clout Gang roster. We know for sure that RiceGum, Alissa Violet, and FaZe Banks are in the gang. Since they formed, others have moved into the Clout House, including rap sensation Ugly God. He was the first official recruit, but there have been some rumors of others joining the group. The original members have hinted that Sommer Ray is involved with the new team. There are also rumors that Keemstar from Drama Alert may have something to do with the group of collaborators as well. There is even a chance that the Clout Gang will introduce a whole new group of influencers they find from online submissions. Real names. Okay, so we all know these influencers by their stage names, but do any of you know their real names? Don't worry because we are about to fill you in. Take RiceGum for instance. Did you know his real name is Brian Lee? Then there was FaZe Banks. It's no secret that his real name is Ricky Banks. The famous gamer went by his real name for some time, though it's not as popular as his handle. Another rumored member we haven't discussed yet is FaZe Rug. His real name is Brian Awadis. And for the newest confirmed member Ugly God, whose real name is Royce Davidson. Who knew? Alissa Violet bar fight. So far, we know that Alissa Violet is in the group, but we haven't discussed her much yet. This girl has been surrounded in controversy since starring in Logan Paul's diss track video that was aimed towards his brother. It didn't stop when she left Los Angeles either. While on Thanksgiving break with her boyfriend FaZe Banks in Ohio, Alissa was involved in a bar fight. It all started when FaZe was trying to accompany her to the bathroom. The bathroom was in a restricted area and a bouncer stopped him from going into the area. This didn't sit well with the YouTuber, who eventually was shoved by the bouncer. During the altercation, Alissa was assaulted when trying to gather evidence with her phone. She left the establishment with a swollen eyebrow and a busted lip. The relationship. It's no secret that Alissa Violet and FaZe Banks are an item. The couple is very open about their relationship, but a lot of people think they are moving too fast. Considering they have been only together since June of 2017, fans found it crazy that they moved in with each other in September of the same year. Then there was the low-key engagement announcement the same month. She may have been trolling, but it still had her fans shook. We aren't sure what the future holds for these two, but if it's anything like their first few months together, we are pretty sure it won't last. Keeping it real. One of the main reasons the Clout Gang was formed was to keep things real. In the past, there were rumors that Jake Paul and his Team 10 members fake relationships and fights for attention. We get that coming up with content can get tough after a few years, but why lie? That was exactly the same thought the founding 3 members of the Clout Gang had. They have vowed to keep everything real in their videos. They aren't going to fake situations just to get views and likes. What do you think about this? Do you think Jake Paul fakes his videos? Let us know what you think in the comments section below. Their worth. Now that we know a little bit more about this group of influencers, let's see if all that hard work has paid off. Have you ever wondered how much your favorite vloggers are worth? You might actually be shocked when you learn one of these young stars are worth quite a bit. Starting with RiceGum, who is hardly into his 20s but has slowly grown his worth to $700,000. FaZe Banks, on the other hand, has had more than double the success of his friend by amassing a net worth of $2 million. Pretty impressive, right? And his girlfriend has a pile of cash that shouldn't be laughed at either. Apparently, Alissa Violet is worth a whopping $400,000. Finally, the newest member of the squad, Ugly God, is worth around $250,000. RiceGum throws shade. You may already know that RiceGum isn't afraid to throw shade. He's made a career of it. One of his most controversial moments came from throwing shade at Blink-182's drummer Travis Barker's daughter. The problem here is that his daughter was only 10 years old at the time, so it didn't sit too well with the drummer that his daughter was being bullied on the internet. The YouTuber basically roasted the little girl for wearing makeup and not acting her age. Considering he had 2 million subscribers at the time, it was a very popular video. This led to many people bullying the young girl in the comments. Thankfully, after Travis spoke out against the video and the YouTuber, RiceGum deleted the video. Jake Paul haters. Considering everything we've learned about the drama between Team 10 and the Clout Gang, it's safe to assume they are a squad of Jake Paul haters. Pretty much anytime the YouTuber calls someone in the gang out, they have vicious clapbacks. Like that time Jake Paul called out RiceGum for his reaction video to the Team 10 house. Jake claimed RiceGum bullied some of the Team 10 members. This call-out didn't sit too well with Jake's ex and Clout Gang member Alissa Violet. She went on to tweet about how much of a hypocrite Jake Paul is, considering he is one of the biggest bullies on the internet. Ugly God thinks he's ugly. With a name like Ugly God, you'd expect someone to in fact be ugly, and if you are asking Royce Davidson, he'd say he definitely lives up to his name. According to the rapper, he thinks he is ugly, hence the stage name Ugly God. He says that he's known he was ugly since he was young. He watched famous people on television and realized that he looked nothing like them. Now that he is older, he says he wants to be the voice of other ugly people. Though we can't say we totally agree with the rapper, beauty is in the eye of the beholder and we think he's adorable, don't you? The assistant controversy. It seems like the whole Jake Paul Team 10 vs. FaZe Banks started at a Hollywood nightclub. It was also unusual timing considering FaZe Banks just started dating Jake's ex, Alissa Violet. According to Jake and some of his Team 10 members, FaZe Banks assaulted Jake's assistant Meg Zelly. Meg also said that she saw Banks making out with another girl who wasn't Alissa. Of course, none of this sat well with the new couple, who said Team 10 made everything up. Both sides are sticking to their stories, but over time, more people have taken the Clout Gang's side. Fans broke in. The Clout Gang hasn't been shy when it comes to showing off the Clout House. The 8-story Los Angeles home is pretty hard to miss, so much so that fans have figured out where it is and have gotten a little too close for comfort. In September 2017, a group of fans broke into the Clout House and recorded their findings. They were eventually discovered and had to hand over the camera's memory card, all of which is completely scary if you ask us. Thankfully, no one was hurt, but the Clout Gang was understandably shook. College dropout. Nearly all the members of the Clout Gang are college dropouts. RiceGum decided to drop out of school in 2016 so he could pursue comedy through his YouTube channel, which means he probably isn't going to become a doctor as his mother had hoped for. Ugly God was in college when he was discovered. He was studying to be a computer engineer at the University of Southern Mississippi. We are pretty sure he is having way more fun as an internet rapper than he would have had as an engineer. That being said, we don't encourage anyone to drop out of college in pursuit of internet fame. FaZe Banks defended PewDiePie. 2017 was a tough year for all YouTubers thanks to PewDiePie's advertising controversy. One of the only YouTubers to stand up for PewDiePie was FaZe Banks. It all started when PewDiePie said a racist word during a live stream on his channel. This quickly turned viewers and advertisers against the popular YouTube star. FaZe Banks defended PewDiePie, saying that he didn't mean it in a racist way and he shouldn't be crucified for it. This didn't sit well with fans who thought that, as a white man, FaZe Banks' opinion on the issue didn't matter. They claimed that he had no business telling people of color how to feel after someone says a racial slur that was used to put them down. Alyssa's acting career. She may have started as a social media star with a little help from her ex Jake Paul, but these days, Alissa Violet has been able to take her internet stardom to another level. The model has starred in projects like Disney's Descendants 2 and Party in the Back. Considering how far she has already come in such a short amount of time, we can't wait to see what is next for this talented beauty. Former Team 10 thoughts. If you haven't been paying attention, then you probably haven't noticed that Team 10's roster seems to be changing week by week. It seems like every few days someone is either leaving the Team 10 house or being kicked out. Because of that, these ex-members have some things to say about the Clout Gang, and we aren't all that surprised to see that they are supportive of the group. One ex-Team 10 member, Niels Visser, even said that he was happy he left the group. Niels took to Twitter to air out his dirty laundry between Jake Paul's group and himself. He claimed he left because the team was racist and heartless. After similar accounts from the Martinez twins, it's pretty hard for Team 10 to deny the accusations. The diss track. When Jake Paul released its Everyday Bro rap track, YouTube nearly broke because of all the reaction videos. It seemed like much of the song was aimed at taking down Clout Gang member Alissa Violet. Because of this, the track inspired Alissa and RiceGum to come out with their own version of the song called It's Every Night Sis. The diss track became so popular that it actually made it to number 80 on the Hot 100, which is no easy feat. RiceGum vs. The Gabby Show. As we've said before, RiceGum has no problem throwing shade at people, but back in early 2017, he was on the receiving end of shade cast out by The Gabby Show. It all started when Gabby challenged RiceGum to a rap battle on Snapchat while the two were at a party. The next thing fans know, Gabby is posting Snapchats claiming RiceGum assaulted her and shattered her phone. This led to a whole hashtag movement against RiceGum, claiming that his career was over. RiceGum eventually confessed that he did break Gabby's phone, but he stands by his story that he never assaulted her. Ugly God loves Pokemon. And to end things on a lighter note, let's take a look at Ugly God's obsession with Pokemon. When Pokemon Go started causing Pokemon hysteria around the world, Ugly God called out the game's new fans. He called them bandwagoners and claimed he was a real Pokemon OG. We must admit, we didn't pin the rapper for a Pokemon lover, which kind of makes us like him even more. What about you? Did you learn anything new about RiceGum's Clout Gang today? Let us know in the comments section below, and don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Thanks for watching!